or pectins to get it a certain consistency. Then you fill your jar with the jam that you've made, and you want to make sure you don't touch the rim of the jar because it's all sterilized, right? And then you wipe the lid of the jar with a paper towel, only once, one paper towel per jar. Waste, sorry. And then you put the lid on with your tongs, and then you put the ring band on with your tongs as well. And you screw it on to finger tight. This is an important skill I learned in this canning class at Sebastian Hardware. Finger tight means that enough air can release when it goes into the bath, and not the water in the bath to come into the jar, which we had a couple times before we practiced enough. Okay, then you put it in the canning bath, and then depending on the fruit and your recipe, it's either 10 or 20 minutes in the canning bath with boiling water. Then you take it out with your tongs, put it on a heat-resistant surface, and you let it cool. And you tighten as it cools, because the pressure, it's creating a vacuum in your jar. And this is the preservation of the fruit. And there's your product, and you can enjoy it right there. What PB&J has made. We've made plum jam, applesauce, bottled pears, quince jelly, strawberry rhubarb jam, and Concord grape jelly. And this was just when the fruit was ready. I took it from my garden, which is abundant, and processed it, and also took it from asked the neighbors. Had very good relationships with my neighbors, and they donated the fruit to PB&J for my project. The winter fair. This was where the transition came from PB&J just being an experiment to really saying, well, this could become a business. After the research, it sounded appealing. And so what I did was I had a yummy product, and I said, why not let's make some money for my class who's going to door knock, and we need some funds. So I decorated my jams with some cloth and put labels on them with ingredients, and then sold them at the fair, thanks to Brenna. And that was the story of turning from a practice to a business. The business concept of PB&J. We want to help people. We want to help you preserve your food in your garden. We want to prevent waste. It's the goal, and it's always been since the beginning, since the cherries. It's a community, fun, and personal activity. We can do it with your family. And I want to ask you a couple questions. How many people have eaten canned food here? How many people have made your own canned food? Woo! Wow. And how many people would if you had help? And who has trees? I don't know where you live, because I can't see your face. Okay. What do you do with your excess harvest? I just want to ask this question to yourself. If you have so much and you can't eat it within the week that it's ripe, what can you do with it? What are the options? You can hire PB&J. They will come to your house and teach you how to can. Your one-day commitment with PB&J, it's only 1 day to can, includes the harvest to the processing time to the product of your jam. It's immediate. You can eat it that night, or it can stay on the shelf for 2 years.